The impact of carbon emissions on climate change is a serious problem and is getting bigger and bigger. We at Aku have always been convinced that we can do our part in limiting this crisis, reducing our environmental impact. And we do so by following a single rule: learning to react responsibly. It is from this conviction that we have chosen to adopt the carbon footprint systematic approach, a certified system that calculates equivalent carbon emissions of our products. The system analyzes the entire life cycle of a product in each of its three phases: upstream, which cover the production of raw materials; core, which consider the impact of our footwear factories; and downstream, which analyzes the use phase and the end of life. In the upstream phase, we had to analyze more than 800 components used to make all the products of our collection. I'm talking about leathers, laces, footbeds, soles, fabrics, padding, glues, packaging, in short, everything that makes up our shoes. For each of these components, we had to establish the material composition, its specific weight, the exact amount that goes into the product, and if there's any recycled content. In the second phase, core, we calculated the carbon equivalent emission generated during the transportation of raw materials from suppliers to our factories and during the footwear production phases, including energy and water consumption, direct and indirect emissions, and waste production. In the third phase, downstream, the calculation is focused on the transportation of the finished products from Aku to the customers, their use in the field, and their disposal at the end of their life. The result? We have now all data needed to calculate the carbon equivalent emissions of our products over their entire life cycle. Also, the system has been verified by an external body and certified according to internationally recognized standard, the ISO 14067. Why this system and why an external audit? Because only in this way we can be sure that the data in our hands are solid, and we can use them to make relevant, responsible choices. An example. In 2017, the Environmental Product Declaration gave us the information that our Bellamont Plus had a carbon footprint of 28.86 kilograms. In 2020, the calculation we've made with the carbon footprint systematic approach on Bellamont 3 Plus revealed how changes we made in the choice of suppliers and raw materials dropped emission down to 25.46 kilograms. It's almost 12% less. This is the path that we have decided to follow, learning to react responsibly. Today, as yesterday and tomorrow, we will continue to move our step in this direction with the will to reduce our footprint and involve everyone who chooses to walk with us.